Hey everybody, it's Steve with Sky 194, and I just want to say thank you for stopping in and checking out my video. And I hope you're having a great day. And we are here at Suzuka with the AMG EVO GT3 car. And before we get started, I just had a couple things I wanted to kind of set the story. A few days ago, I was getting ready to do a race in the CP server, and I used this car and I qualified fourth or fifth or something like that, and it felt pretty good. I mean, the car felt good, and I thought, hey, this is going to be pretty good. Should be a good race. And in the beginning, I was stuck, was keeping up with Beppy and another guy, and they were fast, doing good, really good, and then all of a sudden the handle just went away. So after like 3 or 4 laps, and I wrecked really bad. So that's why I never posted it. But it kind of got me really mad just because, you know, that's why I do these hot stints, because I want to make sure that the car has a drop off, but just nothing drastic, and it's still controllable, and it's still um, a drivable car. And I just basically, I didn't do that when I did it before, so I really have spent the time on this setup. I mean, we're talking, I don't even know how much time. And a lot. But I also ran my personal best, and this Suzuka is not a strong track for me. So I mean, I hope you try the setup out. I hope you'll like it, and if you do, subscribe and hit the thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. And also, I am using a new sound setup. I did have an amp DAC with some Sennheiser headphones, and I'm not using that anymore. They were okay, but the headphones were a little uncomfortable sometimes over long periods of time. So I got some Audi's Mobius headphones. Just please let me know how the sound is on your end. It sounds okay to me, and the sound stage on these things are crazy. I mean, I'm hearing stuff now I never heard before. So I'm really, really liking these, and these got some kind of 3D in them. So if you turn your head, the sound goes with it. It's really wild. It's pretty. I mean, I don't really need it with this, but it'd be pretty good in a shooter game or something like that. But yeah, I'm enjoying these headphones. So, but please let me comments or feedback on that on the sound, so I can make sure it's adjusted correctly. We'll make a few laps with this, and then I will show you the setup. This is the start, I think, of my second lap, so it's pretty much right away. That was a 2:01.96 for my first lap, which tires aren't up to temperature. Yeah, Suzuka's just never been a strong track for me. Although I really like the track. I mean, I enjoy it. It's fun. I just have kind of struggled here. So I'm really happy to really make some progress here with the AMG as far as the time, my all-time best. Go inside the car. That was a 2:00.91. Oh, let's see what this one is. That was a 2:00.89. So really happy with those laps. And then we'll go to the last one. And this is the last lap after the 30-minute stint. That was a 2:02.58, which I just kind of messed up a little bit on the other lap. Yeah, I went out of bounds right there, so it was out of bounds, but that cost me time. That didn't help me. And that's it. That was my last lap. And that was a 2:02.07. So a little better. And of course, that one out actually cost me because that messed me up. Probably I would have been back in the 201s, higher 201, if I wouldn't have messed up that one corner, but that's the way it is. So, again, really happy with that. So here, let's go to the setup. And we've got 26.1 for the left front and right front, and 26.3 for the left rear and right rear. The toe on the front is negative 0.1, with the camber at negative 3.6 on the left front and negative 3.7 on the right front. The caster is at 12.5, and the toe on the rear is 0.12, with the camber at negative 3 on the left rear and negative 3.1 on the right rear. Electronics are 5 and 6. Fuel, I had 65 liters with the number 1 brake pad. There is the wear, and there was light graining just on the front after 30 minutes. That's not that bad. Everything else looks good. And you got the wear, doesn't look real bad as far as front to back. That tells me there we could probably put some more brake bias in it, which I did add a little bit near the last 10 minutes. But we probably could start off with more brake bias so you get a little bit more tire that would wear the rears a little, more even. So that would be something that you could try. Mechanical, got 8 on the anti-roll bar. Again, 58 on the brake bias, which could go down. The springs on the front are 171,000 with a 1,000 bump stop rate and a 4 bump stop range for the left front and a 1 bump stop range for the right front. On the rear, the springs are 119,000 with a bump stop rate of 600 and a bump stop range of 20 on the left rear and 10 on the right rear. Anti-roll bar is 4 and the preload on the diff is 50. The shocks on the front are 7, 5, 8, and 9, and on the rear they're 6, 4, 8, and 9. Aero, I have 49 on the front, 76 in the rear with a 6 splitter and an 8 rear wing and a 4 and a 3 in the brake ducts, and the front aero variation is 0.1 to the positive. Now if you want it to rotate a little more, the only thing I would probably do is either click 1 on the right height here on the rear, or if you wanted it much more, just take 1 click out of the rear wing. So either way, I mean, if you take 1 out of the rear wing, it's going to jump that C all the way up to 0.7. So it's a pretty good jump. But I mean, if you like it that way, you could go that. Or if you go 1 click in the rear here, just knock it up to 0.3. So either way, but that's a really good setup to start with. Just a few, 1 click away here or there to make it feel better the way you like it. And again, it runs strong times. So I sure hope you enjoy it, and I hope it works really well for you. Let me save this before I forget. And if you please any comment or feedback on the format, the way I do this, I'd appreciate it. Make sure y'all like this, because I'm sure you probably don't like just watching me raking laps. Or I could do the race where I'm racing the AI too. But like I said, I'm trying to get a good determination on what the which I actually did do that with this setup. I raced the AI and I actually did a race, and I did the hot stint. So, and I did few little adjustments for the hot stint. So, but yeah, I mean, I really tried to put it through its paces to try to get it to see what it feels like and what it does and what it can't do. And I sure hope that you try it out, and I sure hope you come back and visit real soon. So y'all take care. See ya.